1. Hook. If you're diving into AWS, there are crucial insights I wish I'd known up front. These will save you time, money, and frustration as you navigate the cloud. Stick around to discover what you need to know before you start. The real issue? Without a solid foundation, you risk costly mistakes and delayed projects. 3. The simple explanation. AWS, or Amazon Web Services, is a cloud platform offering over 200 fully featured services. From computing power to storage, it provides scalable solutions for any business size. At its core, AWS lets you pay for what you use, rather than investing heavily in physical infrastructure. However, understanding how to leverage these services effectively is crucial for success. 4. Real-world example. Let me share a story. A startup I worked with was launching a new application. They opted for AWS but rushed through the setup. They chose EC2 instances without considering their actual needs. They started with a T2.micro instance, the smallest option, which can handle up to 1 GB of RAM and one virtual CPU. Initially, this seemed like a cost-effective choice, only about $0.0116 per hour. However, as their user base grew, they quickly hit performance issues. The application started timing out, leading to frustrated users. They realized they needed a larger instance, like the T3.medium, which has 4 GB of RAM and costs about $0.0416 per hour. Transitioning to this instance meant not just higher costs but also downtime during the switch. Their initial savings turned into extra expenses, both financially and in lost user trust. 5. What to do instead. To avoid pitfalls like this, follow these steps. 1. Assess your needs, define your app's resource requirements, CPU, memory, and expected traffic. Use AWS's simple monthly calculator to estimate costs based on your needs. 2. Start small, scale gradually, begin with a small instance type, but monitor performance closely. Set up CloudWatch alarms to notify you when CPU usage exceeds 70%. 3. Choose the right service. For web applications, consider Elastic Beanstalk for easy deployment and management. For databases, think about RDS or DynamoDB based on your data structure and transaction needs. 4. Implement auto-scaling. Set up auto-scaling groups. This allows your application to automatically adjust the number of instances based on demand. Define policies based on CPU usage or request rates. 5. Optimize costs. Use reserved instances for long-term projects. This can save you up to 75% compared to on-demand pricing. Regularly review your services. AWS Cost Explorer helps identify spending patterns and potential savings. 6. Common mistakes. Here are 5 common mistakes I've seen, along with how to avoid them. 1. Ignoring security best practices. Not setting up IAM roles properly. Use the principle of least privilege. Grant only the permissions needed for each user or service. 2. Over-provisioning resources. Choosing larger instance types without need. Analyze your application's load and adjust resources based on actual usage. Use AWS Trusted Advisor for recommendations. 3. Neglecting monitoring and logging. Failing to monitor usage and performance metrics. Enable CloudWatch and set up alarms for key metrics. Regularly review logs in CloudTrail for unusual activities. 4. Not utilizing managed services. Running everything on EC2 instead of using managed services. Leverage services like RDS for databases or S3 for storage. It saves time and reduces operational burden. 5. Underestimating costs. Not tracking expenses can lead to surprise bills. Set up billing alerts in the AWS billing dashboard to notify you when costs exceed a certain threshold, say $100. 7. Quick checklist. Here's a quick checklist to help you stay on track. Assess application needs. Start with a small instance and monitor performance. Utilize auto-scaling and load balancers. Implement IAM roles with least privilege. Regularly review costs with AWS Cost Explorer. 8. Summary plus CTA and summary. Learning AWS can be a game changer for your career and projects, but understanding common pitfalls and best practices will set you up for success. Assess your needs, start small, and continuously monitor your resources. Remember, AWS is powerful, but it's crucial to use it wisely. If you found this guide helpful, drop a comment below with your thoughts or questions. And don't forget to subscribe for more actionable insights into tech and cloud engineering. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.